fundraising emails attacking you.
Yeah, Matt, I'll go ahead and be straight and honest.
Well, well, well. If it isn't your enemies to America. I mean, Matt Gaetz, at least he's not in anymore, but he certainly has been on his little roll, going after AIPAC, going after the Jews, like they all are, and yet none of them understanding our history, right? See, this is why the haters of America have always gone after the settlers. They have. I mean, when they started coming in, you know, not just the neo-Nazis, the modern day Nazis, whatever you want to call them, they're all the same. You know, started coming in, the communists making changes in our history. And I was taught a good history about the settlers. You know, that they were not people here trying to kill everybody and kill Indians. And were there some battles? Yes. And then there was deals made, and I'm not getting into that. My point being is that, again, the ones that came over on the Mayflower, most especially, they believed they were being led by God. Now, you can write that off, but don't say you're a Christian then, given what happened to America following it. So communists and Nazis would need to go after Israel, would need to go after the Jews, because, again, if we stopped giving military aid to them, not to mention they're a strategic ally of ours in the Middle East. That's the other thing. This representative out of it, you know, for what, Georgia? Marjorie Taylor Greene. Yeah, I knew she was going to be no good. I knew it. How this person that's supposedly MAGA got in one of the most corrupt elections, 2020, and then the Democrats never really saying anything about her. Yeah, of course they didn't. They knew she was one of them. Yeah, these people are just out to hurt America. So the reason the settlers are important, and the reason the communists and the modern day Nazis hate the settlers, because that's where all the dots connect, is because those settlers, you know, they like to make that term settlers as if it's a bad word. No, it's gone on in every country. I mean, it's the way of the world. Okay? So that's why they attack it. But those settlers, they believed that, you know, they had a role to play in the Jews being united back to their land. So that's the beginning of America's history. I mean, well, I guess you can't say America technically, right? Because it wasn't America yet. But that is what their hope was. That's why I've been saying for years now, that's why it's so important to understand how important those covenants are. When they stepped out, especially when those Puritans stepped off the Mayflower onto this land and made that promise to God. That was a covenant made with God. Those are big deals. I know this world doesn't believe that, because this world worships science. This world worships whatever it worships, okay? But it's certainly, you know, a lot of it doesn't seem to want to just trust that God still works in every life, those that accept him. And he uses people and he uses nations to fulfill his will. Again, he created it. He can do whatever he wants. So what these people are doing, Matt Gaetz, Marjorie Taylor Greene, all these other, you know, Candace Owens, Dave Smith, Tucker, these people are just trying to hurt America. They are. They are the enemies within. They are. Because they're obsessed with attacking Israel. And you might as well put Bannon on that list. He's been doing it enough. Yeah, people you thought you could trust, right? Yeah, well. And not to mention that they're not going to be successful. These people, I think many of these people, they know God exists. They just don't want anything to do. I mean, they know the biblical God is a real thing. They just don't want anything to do with that God. So they claim to be Christian, or they go getting in the Catholic Church, really. I mean, for those that, I mean, again, Candace Owens in adulthood decided to become a Catholic. Like out of, I mean, yet she carries on her podcast about, child abuse and protecting children. And it's like, then why did you go getting in the Catholic Church, which has like the biggest historical child molestation problem ever, and you never mention it, you hypocrite. But they're usually hypocrites, these people too. You would listen to them long enough, they put their foot in their mouth all the time. So you have a bunch of atheists, they hate America, most of them. Because, I mean, the beginning of our history started with it becoming a land based on Christian values. Not wanting to persecute the Jews like the Vatican was and other people, but, wanting that there was a belief that, no, God will restore it because God says it in the Bible that he will restore them to their land. So that's what she hates. That's what Matt Gaetz hates. They hate the Jews. They hate Israel. And they want this country, they want God to turn his back on this country. Hear me. I mean, I know nobody will hear me because this is why I'm silenced. This is why tech doesn't want you to know this truth. They're just hoping that this will be another wave that'll go by and God won't intervene. Good luck, Marjorie Taylor Greene. Good luck, Candace Owens. Good luck, Dave Smith. Good luck, Matt Gaetz. Good luck to all of you America haters.